So would you like to be more self-confident, feel confident in taking on new projects and opportunities and not shy away because you're too afraid you can't do it? Well, today's video, we're going to talk about being more self-confident. It's a positive, good place to be. Hi, I'm Bonnie Overman. I want to thank you for joining me today. I hope my channel will inspire you to lead a more productive, creative, and stylish life at any age, always on a budget. And in case you're wondering, I'll be 70 years old this year. I want to take a moment and thank all my subscribers. I really appreciate every single one of you. I appreciate you supporting me and my channel. And if you haven't subscribed yet, consider doing so you don't miss any of my lifestyle, decorating, and DIY videos. So I want to give a disclaimer. I am not a mental expert or, I haven't written books on this, but I always want to share my life lessons with you. Living this long and having the careers I've had, I've kind of learned how to be more self-confident, and I want to share those with you today. And I have 5 tips. The first tip is, after this video, I want you to sit down and write everything you've accomplished in life. That's a really big task. Every trait you're known for, every lesson you've learned, everything you've done. I don't care if it's playing piano, getting a promotion at work, getting your first job, learning how to specialize in the computer IT stuff. Everything you've accomplished, raising kids. My gosh, that's the hardest thing to do in life. All the things you've done, because you know what? We don't stop and think about the good things we've done in life and all the accomplishments and everything we've learned. We're always focusing on what we can't do. It's all in here. We are our worst enemies. But I want you to write all this down. This is so good on the days you feel blue, like, oh, I'm not good at anything. Take your sheet of paper out. Hopefully, it's more than one sheet of paper. So what happens when you get done with this tip number 1? You're going to realize you should be confident right now as is, because you've accomplished so much in your life. You already should be confident over the things you've accomplished already and what you are. Tip number 2. Okay, if you're not confident about something, I want you to write it down. Write down the things that you do not feel confident about in your life. Is it work-related? Is it family-related? Is it hobby-related? Whatever it is, I want you to write it down. And then I want you to ask yourself a question. What can we do about it? Is it important enough for you to put the effort in to become an expert in whatever that is, to do research, to prepare yourself or educate yourself more, so when you do these things, guess what? You're going to be very self-confident about it. Now, I want to say one thing. You might say, oh, this is me talking. I planted a garden last year in some pots, and it was a disaster. I think I got 3 little tiny tomatoes, and I got 1 zucchini that looked like like a ball. How did that happen? I'll tell you how it happened. I didn't know what the heck I was doing. So I overwatered, underwatered, didn't treat the pests, didn't fertilize it. And am I going to beat myself over the head because I failed as a gardener? No, I'm going to say, you know what? I didn't know what I was doing. I need to learn how to have a successful garden if I want to put in the effort. And to be honest with you right now, I have so much going on in my life that that's not high on my priority list. But I'm not going to beat myself up about it. I'm going to say, I just didn't have enough knowledge to do a successful garden. So don't beat yourself up over all these things. Is it something you can work on and turn around? Or is it something you can't change? And if it's something you can't change, sometimes we have to accept things and just make the best of them. Now, people also beat themselves up about computer knowledge. Oh my gosh, this was a big one for me. I was going to go into a job and they wanted, in my interview, a PowerPoint presentation. Well, guess what? I'd never done one. But did I go, oh, I just can't do it. I'm just no good. No, no. I went to my girlfriend that's an expert in doing her own PowerPoints. She showed me some of the basics and I practiced and I came up with a PowerPoint presentation that was pretty fabulous for my interview and I got the job. But instead of taking the time up here, again, we're our own worst enemy. And I want to say one thing about failure. There's nothing wrong with it. Now, I'm not talking about going out and doing a stupid money scheme and losing money. I'm talking about in trying to prepare the best you can. And if it doesn't come out like you like it, try to figure out what happened. What can I do next time? And get in there and do it again and see if you can become more successful. Failure leads you to being more confident, if that makes any sense. Number 3, there's no room for self-consciousness or shyness when you're a self-confident person. Now, I'm going to tell you a story. I was the shyest person in the whole world in high school. Oh my God, I had a very close-knit group of friends. I was constantly looking in the mirror, every, pimple, my big nose. I had to wear glasses. I was not thin, just constantly examining myself. Oh my gosh, and they're going to think this and they think this. And I realized many years later, I was actually withdrawing from people and actually putting up a wall where when people would look at me, they'd probably think, oh, she's stuck up. She's not friendly. Why? Because I was only into myself. I was only into myself. What people thought about me, how I looked, how I acted, how I talked, what I said. And many years later, when I decided to really go for a career, I went into outside sales. I don't know if you've been in outside sales. It's rough. You have to walk cold turkey into offices, try to get a relationship going so you can get through the receptionist that's a gatekeeper to see the doctor. I was in optical sales. So here's my revolution, and here's how to do it. This is the secret that I learned, is to take the mirror away from yourself and put it towards somebody else. The minute I realized that when I walked into an office, I couldn't have myself in my head. I had to be looking, how am I going to engage with this person? How am I going to get them to smile? How am I going to get them to let me see the doctor? You have to be kind and nice to everybody, but I stopped thinking about myself. I wasn't worried when I went in, oh, what are they going to say? I was more worried about what questions can I ask them? How can I compliment the office? How can I say, wow, you've got a really neat workspace. You must be really organized. Get them to smile. Going to a party. I went to many functions where I didn't know people business-wise, and I had to go up to people and say, hi, how you doing? How do you know so-and-so? Or are you with the lab? Are you, with this or that? Start talking to people. Don't focus on yourself, focus on them. And the minute you do that, you're not shy anymore because it's not about you, it's about them. Number 4, think confident thoughts versus negative thoughts. Oh, I forget the name of the guy. This was a long time ago in the 50s, wrote a book, The Power of Positive Thinking. I want you to know your whole life and who you are starts up here. It starts in your mind. What do you fill your mind with? Do you fill your mind with, mean comments to yourself? Oh, I failed at that and I didn't do good and I just can't cook and I can't do this and oh gosh, they want me to go there, but I can't swim. I can't. Enough of I can't. Now there's a good question like I talked about before. Is it something you really want to do though? If not, just say, I don't want to put the effort into it. Not that I can't do it. I just don't know how to do it. I haven't learned how to do it yet. That's what's so, so important. So keep the little record up here going in a positive way. And if you can, and if you need to, clear your mind. Think of something out in nature. Picture the birds chirping, the ocean rolling in and out, and clear your head. Put something positive in your head. Get up and go do something. But take your temperature certain times during the day, your mental temperature. What am I thinking about? Am I just letting thoughts overrule my whole body and my mind and causing me to have a horrible day? It's up to you. It's a choice you can make. Number 5 is look confident. Now, if I came on camera and I was like this, I don't look confident, do I? I look like I'm a victim. I look like I'm just shrinking violet. No, here's what you want to do. You want to stand up straight. You want to pull your shoulders back. You want to have eye contact and a slight smile on your face. There's nothing worse than, that type of thing. Slight smile on your face. Try not to fidget. When you fidget and you look so painfully unconfident, it makes people uncomfortable. That's when you really stand out, by the way, when you look uncomfortable. So you got to fake it. You got to look confident. Okay. So a good way to do it is to stand with your legs slightly apart and keep your body really like heavy on the bottom. So you're not like twisting your ankle and fidgeting around with your feet. And then your top should be very loose, shoulders back and down, and your arms loose at your side. Now, when I talk, you see I use my hands to make a point, and that's fine to do. But none of this fidgeting and the fig leaf and all of that. Just try to stay calm. I'm telling you, this stance will make you feel confident at a party. If you're standing at a job interview, even if you're sitting, don't fidget. Shoulders back, good posture, eye contact, slight smile, and you'll come off great. Those are my 5 tips. I hope it will help you. I hope you get inspired, because I want you to be real self-confident. And I'm going to see you in the next video. Bye.